We're going to show you what your money gets you here in New Bern, North Carolina. And we're not guessing. We're going to be walking two very real homes at two very different price points. First, we're going to start with an affordably priced home right in the center of town. Then we're going to go to one of the most sought-after neighborhoods in New Bern, North Carolina. Come on. I'm Nikki Rogers with Team Nikki Rogers, local lender here in New Bern, North Carolina.
And I'm Meredith Wilson with Keller Williams Realty.
All right, Meredith, tell us the selling point of this first home.
Sure. So this property is only $250,000. It has just over 1,300 square feet. Currently has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, but you can turn a space to a 3rd bedroom very easily. It has an acre of land, and it just is a really charming older brick ranch home with a gorgeous porch. One of my favorite things about this house is that you're getting an acre of land, but you're just minutes from everything. Downtown New Bern, shopping and restaurants, and an acre of land.
How would you describe the perfect buyer for this home?
So I would say this would be great for a first-time home buyer. It's a good size, good location, or it may be good for someone downsizing. Maybe they want to lower the square footage of where they currently are. Nikki, let me tell you what really is so special about this. It really is unique to be so close to everything. You have Glen Burnie Park at the end of the road. You can put your boat in. You can play around out there. You really could walk there. Not only that, you're 5 minutes from shopping, downtown New Bern, and you get a whole acre. So not only is it hard to even find a house these days, 250 or under, but this one has all of that going with it.
So Meredith, at this price point, what are things that you are seeing buyers are having to compromise on?
So they may have to compromise a little bit on square footage. If it's, they're buying their first home, they may not get some of the amenities they want. They may want to go in a home and put some of their own touches on it. So it's hard to get everything you want in your first home or in this price range.
If there was one piece of advice that you could give to the home buyers that are shopping in this price point, what would it be?
I would definitely say before you really get started, you should really dig into your needs list and your wants list. It may be hard to get everything you want in this price range, so you really need to think about what you need first. You can always move up your home later, but just owning real estate is such a great source of wealth. So I would encourage a buyer to focus on the things they need so that they can go ahead and get into real estate.
Now that you've seen what you can get in town for a lower affordable price point, we're going to now go over and show you what you can get for a higher price point in one of the most desirable neighborhoods in New Bern. Come on. Now we're into Bern, one of the most sought-after neighborhoods in New Bern, North Carolina. Let's go on in and let Meredith tell us all about this property.
I just hope you're lying next to somebody who knows how to love you like me. There must be a good reason that you're gone. Every now and then I think you might want me to come show up at your door, but I'm just too afraid that I'll be wrong. Don't wanna know if you're looking into her eyes, if she's holding on to you so tight, the way I did before. I overdosed, should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain. Oh, it's such a shame. But we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do.
So 128 Walden Road is just over 2,200 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms and a bonus room, 2 full bathrooms. It was built in 97, which most all of Taverna was built in the late 90s and the early 2000s. You have about a half acre here, nature backing on one of the more quiet streets in Taberna. So a lot of Taberna has houses that back up to the golf course, maybe they back up to other houses, but this one's unique that it's nature backing and it's on a quiet road.
Now that we've seen this price point at $460, tell us a little bit about the differences and what buyers will be getting versus what we saw previously today.
Sure. So when you start getting closer to 500,000, you might be in a neighborhood where you're in a golf course community. Maybe there's a club that you can join and get some more amenities. You might have more of a custom built house rather than built on slab, or like it might be a little newer, maybe a little more upgrades. So that's what I would say.
If you haven't seen our videos that break down price points at $250, $350, and $450, please go check that out, because that'll give you a really good idea of the payment of what you'll actually be paying for this house at the top dollar and the house we looked at before that is our more affordable scenario. Tell us about this wonderful split porch, because this is my favorite feature.
Yeah, so you might see people in this price point where it's a deal breaker if you can't have a screen porch, right? Maybe they're doing a move up purchase, or they're retiring and they're not going to settle with not having a porch. So you do see a lot of screen porches in this neighborhood, decks, outdoor living, but this one's really cozy and well done. It's kind of nice that you have all the brick on the inside and it's a good size.
I heard you mention amenities. Can you tell us more about specifically this neighborhood at this price point?
Yeah, so when you are around that $500,000 price point, you're really commonly going to be in some of these neighborhoods in New Bern, such as Taberna, Greenbrier, Carolina Colors, where they do come with amenities. Maybe they have a club that you can join, and they have pools, golfing, maybe dining, maybe exercise rooms. Taberna has sidewalks going all around the middle, so it's really popular for walking, biking. And it's a more private neighborhood where there's not a lot of through traffic, where you have cul-de-sacs where kids can play. So that's a lot of the things that you will see when you're around this price point in New Bern.
Let's talk about the average buyer at this price point. What do you see the most?
Okay, so in this price point, we may see people downsizing. Maybe they're moving here from out of state. We may see people moving up. Maybe they, started out smaller. They need some more space. Maybe they had some children. Really anything. And surprisingly though, the average first-time home buyer is 40 years old these days. So this is really the kind of house and price point that would work for a lot of different people.
That's fair. And that is a fun fact that we saw came out recently. I think that we focus on first-time home buyers as the 24-year-old looking for a cottage, but the statistics don't lie. The facts are the facts, and that means that we have folks that are in their 40s, probably already have kids, and this is actually what they're looking for. And we also broke down this price point for first-time home buyers in a previous video. So go back and check that out and see what that looks like. One thing I always tell buyers is that this process works best when you have a lender and a real estate agent working together.
Absolutely. When we're working together, we can make better offers, we can have more creative terms, and just make everything go more smoothly.
And ultimately, that's how you win no matter your price point. If you're thinking of buying in New Bern and you want to know what you specifically can afford based on your specific scenario, reach out to us. You can send a text to the team line at 252-559-9373. You can email us at teamnikkirogers@lower.com. You can find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. DM us.
And remember, both of these properties are currently listed for sale with me, so give me a call if you have any questions or want any more information. My cell phone number is 252-649-5506.
What was all of it for?